So like a night like tonight, so when you guys were going in 14, a night like tonight before you guys were getting to play in the playoffs, what's that like? What's that like, Lo? Like, what's that like? How's that? How's
it's special, man. It really is. Like I said, my favorite times of the season are opening day and the playoffs.
Yes, absolutely.
So those are the best times of the season.
Absolutely. So, do you have a hard time sleeping at night, or is it like, no, it's go time? I'm gonna get my rest. I'm gonna get to the stadium early and do my thing.
Yeah, it was always, I never slept well, throughout my career. I was so focused, on the grind, and I've always enjoyed going out there and, giving my best effort on the field, not only for myself, my family, but my teammates as well. So it's always a good time when we can go out there and get in the playoffs and try to make special things happen and bring a championship to Kansas City. It's always a good time.
Sure.
So Lorenzo, in 14 and 15, you guys obviously had some great series, and I know winning the World Series is probably your favorite. But in the playoffs and the divisional and the championship series in 14 or 15, was there a team that you loved beating more than the other? Was there a more special series in ALDS and ALCS in 14 and 15?
I wouldn't really point to one team, Like I say, once you get in, you just want to dominate any and everybody. So,
right.
Like I say, it was a pleasure. I had a good group of guys that I played with, so it was always a pleasure coming to the park and playing with those guys and taking the field with that group. So, like I say, it wasn't really a particular team. I would say throughout the regular season, though, I did enjoy beating up on any Chicago team. So that was always a pleasure for me.
Yeah.
Right.
And explain a little bit of your relationship, because it was so good with Salvi and how much enjoyment you still have him out there. And they had some clips of him, and he looked, that smile's the same like yours. You look like if you didn't have a Royals cap on right now, I think he was running out to take some fly balls tonight. So you guys had that relationship, whether he was trying to rub on your head or low K rain or mucho rain. That relationship you had with him and still have.
Yeah, it was special, man. Like I said, I wasn't a big social media guy, and I think that's kind of I don't know when all that Instagram and stuff came out, but he kind of took off. He would record me and pester me. I think he always looked at me as kind of the big brother in the clubhouse. Yeah. So like I said, I wasn't a big fan of the camera. I always, I kind of shied away from the camera, away from attention, because, I was always about business once I stepped on that field. But also, I tried to have a good time, not only in the clubhouse, but on the field as well. So it was a pleasure, man, playing with Sal. Every time I come back to Kansas City and I see him, and it's always a good time. So, man, that team in general, the chemistry, the bond that we had, it was just overall just special, man. It really was.
Absolutely. Do you see any familiarities right now with this squad that's playing right now? And to me, I say, and once again, I'm a fan, watch from outside, but you guys in 14 and 15 seem like you guys love playing together and played for one another. And I see that similarities with this squad, loving each other, playing for one another, and don't care if you go 0 for 3, but the guy behind you goes 3 for 4 and gets those ribbons and gets that, everything's good.
Right, I agree. It's a lot of similarities, actually. It's that motto that we have. Keep the line moving. Pick the guy up. If the guy didn't get it done in front of you, you try to come behind him as a teammate and pick him up. So, like I said, we had guys that with big names, but we didn't look at each other that way. We all competed as a group. We treated each other as we were all the same caliber players, and it was just that motto of keeping the line moving. So just playing with that group of guys, man, and just the similarities between us and this group is very similar. So I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah.
As far as sneaking in there, getting in there. So I'm excited to see what they do. Hopefully they can get in there, get the job done, and go far.
Sure.
And I wish I was there right now. We the timing of this trip is kind of terrible, because I definitely would have been in KC right now.
Yeah.
So, but I'm trying to. Hopefully they can advance and make it far so I can get back there and go to a few games for sure.
Absolutely. And listen, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, so Lorenzo, I want to ask you a question. In 14, you guys beat Oakland, and then you guys went to that series in Anaheim. And I was just talking to Jamie a few minutes ago, and I said, with Reagan's on the bump tomorrow, you will see, I think, and obviously I'm asking you because you were a pro, you were there, how much would Baltimore, do you think, kind of tighten up a little bit if Reagan's goes and beats them tomorrow, the Royals get that first game under their belt? How much does Baltimore kind of tighten up on that second game?
Oh yeah, 100%. They like I said, it's about going out there getting the job done. Going out there competing and getting that first game, I think is huge. I mean, it's not life and death, but it's huge. Going out there competing and getting that first game, it's a confidence booster, man. Not a morale booster for your team and the coaches, the fans, everybody involved. And like I said, once you go out there and steal that game, magic happens. Great things happen. So like I said, I think they can go out there and compete. Like I said, they don't have I feel like they have a few big names, but overall, I feel like they got a group of guys that just want to go out there and get the job done and compete with each other and go out there and do special things. So, like I said, I'm excited to see what they do. And once again, I know the timing of this trip is terrible, so I'll reiterate that again.
No.
But I'm trying to get back there as soon as possible, so
Absolutely.
I can get back there and catch a few games.